Tonight on CTV News at 5.
We stock our pantry daily, and it's pretty much gone by the next morning.
Soaring costs, how maritime food banks are keeping up with higher food prices.
It's a great experience being in that product environment, like I said. So just going to my senior year, just continue to be confident.
And Hoop Dreams, details of a program that helps Atlantic University players with a path to the pros without leaving their education behind.
Some more wet weather headed into the Maritimes tonight. Cloudier conditions behind it for Wednesday.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Suzette Belliveau filling in for Maria Panapalis tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. First at 5 tonight, filling the shelves. All of us who've shopped for groceries lately know the strain it puts on our budgets. Now imagine running a food bank, having hundreds of families counting on you to have what they need, struggling to provide that food with costs skyrocketing. As CTV's Vanessa Wright tells us, it's a constant struggle. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Suzette. It sure is. And this community food pantry behind me is a perfect example. Their canned goods are flying off shelves faster than they can replace it. It's a reality that continues to grip the Maritimes.
Kraft dinner, cereal, oatmeal.
At Bedford Lions Community Food Pantry, the motto is take what you need, give what you can, an offer more and more people are taking them up on.
Folks are falling on hard times. The costs keep going up, especially grocery costs, which I don't think are going to go down anytime soon. So it's hard for folks to get by.
The pantry is open 24 hours a day, and though donations have been a huge help, lately it hasn't been enough.
We stock our pantry daily, and it's pretty much gone by the next morning.
Food banks are normally a reliable resource, but they aren't exempt from the impacts of inflation.
We stopped purchasing beef a few weeks ago because it's very expensive.
Scaling back has forced them to make tough decisions.
Families will probably, if you were receiving twice a month food assistance, you might have to survive on once a month or lesser food or less quality. So yeah, we're very, very worried about another wave of individuals and families needing help.
Outside of food donations, Brunswick Street Mission in Halifax spends more than $7,000 a month on food, on top of a $4,500 breakfast budget.
It's not enough food for what they need. It's just enough food for maybe a week, you know. But I mean, it's the best we can do with what we've got, really.
Their clients aren't just homeless. A large amount are newcomers, students, and working people.
That's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to help people keep going.
And food isn't the only thing that's of popular demand here. Other essentials like hygiene products are just as sought after, a sign of how big the need truly is. Suzette?
Thank you so much, Vanessa. The need is great. That's CTV's Vanessa Wright in Bedford for us tonight. Now let's check in with Todd Battis to see what he and the team are working on ahead of tonight's 6 o'clock news. Hi, Todd.
Thank you, Suzette. Yes, coming up in your newscast tonight, Maritimers are keeping an eye out for a drop in prices at the pumps. This after the Prime Minister said the federal fuel excise tax on gas and diesel would be suspended, a portion of it anyway, starting next week. The tax break is expected to cut the cost of gasoline by 10 cents a litre on regular gas, 4 cents a litre on diesel. Of course, this is aside from whatever the markets do. We will have details for you at 6 o'clock. A 41-year-old man was gunned down on a downtown street in Amherst last night. The suspects remain at large, but police say a lot of good information is flowing into investigators. Coming up at 6. Derek Haggett is in the border town, and he spoke with the chief of police. Talking about the cost of living in New Brunswick, NB Power customers now paying more for electricity as of today. It comes after the Energy and Utilities Board approved a rate increase. Now, it was slightly lower than what the company had asked for, but rates will still go up by just about 4.3%. We will have reaction and details for you in your newscast tonight. We have some details of what was largely a lovely day. Dare I say, really felt like spring today, Kayla Mitchell.
Yeah, for a good portion of the Maritimes for today, we did get into some high temperatures up into the double digits, including some around the mid-teens and a few even a little bit warmer than that. And sort of the warmest area in general for the region today was right around the south shore of Nova Scotia. No, Shelburne there is reporting 19 degrees at the moment, but there's been some personal weather stations around the south and southwest that at times have come in with some high temperatures today at around 20 degrees. Now, directly on the coast, there are some cooler areas. You can see that weather station located near Lunenburg. That's very exposed to the coastal conditions there. You can see it is cooler, sitting at 9 degrees, so there'd be a wind off the water coming towards that weather station there. Same thing goes for Canso, moving up towards the east, sitting at 6 degrees right now. And cooler temperatures across Cape Breton, temperatures 5 to 10 degrees. Right now, 10 at Summerside and 11 at Charlottetown. A little bit cooler for a few parts of the north of New Brunswick, 9 at Charlotte Airport and 8 degrees at Edmundston. Taking a look at the winds, mostly out of the north and northwest today, but lighter than they were yesterday. And at this hour, they're mostly being sustained between 10 and 20 kilometers per hour. No real strong gusts, a few getting up close to 30. Parts of Prince Edward Island between 30 and 40 kilometers per hour in Cape Breton. Hey, we've got some changes ahead, though, as we move through tonight. Over on radar and satellite, we're going to be seeing some increasing cloudiness, and that is ahead of our next round of April rain and showers. It's a low pressure system making its way to the Great Lakes region. This wet weather will be developing across the Maritimes tonight, and I'll talk more about the timing of it and how much rain we can expect to receive from it when I'm back a little bit later on. Suzette.
Thanks so much, Kaylin. Looking forward to the full forecast. Well, still ahead tonight, a van that played a crucial role in an iconic Canadian moment. It rolls into our region. But up next, we're heading to the hot tub. Cast members from Neptune Theater's production of Come From Away are in the tub with us tonight. Hear about their production and how you can win this amazing hot tub. That's next. We'll be right back.
It's the best night of the year. Join Jose Bautista, Brett the Hitman Hart, and Jennifer Botterill at the Desjardins Sports Charity Dinner April 16th in Halifax. Funds raised support Canadian Progress Club Halifax. For tickets, visit progressclubhalifax.ca.
Welcome back. The award-winning Canadian musical Come From Away is playing right now at Neptune Theater in Halifax. It tells the remarkable story of how 7,000 airline passengers were unexpectedly diverted to Gander, Newfoundland following the events of September 11, 2001. Joining me today in the hot tub, I have two of the members of the production. I have Quebec and Michelle Langell with me today. Good afternoon, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, this is so wonderful. Tell me about the parts you play in Come From Away. Key, I'll start with you.
I play Janice Mosier, who is actually a new news reporter. It's her first day on the job, and she gets to work, and then all of these events start taking place where they land all the planes, and it's her job to report on it. She does work for Rogers, so forgive me.
Still very cool you play a reporter.
Yeah.
I love that. That's really interesting. Michelle, what's your part like?
We play a bunch of different characters in the show, but my sort of like main track is a woman named Diane, who is based on a real woman from Texas.
Wow. It's really fascinating. And on that note, when we think about Come From Away and the impact it has had internationally, it's quite a phenomenon, but also amazing to now show it here at home. Tell me a bit about how that makes you feel, Keith.
It makes me feel really emotional, honestly. I'm not originally from Halifax. I'm actually from London, Ontario, but I've relocated here recently. And being able to perform this show in front of audiences with people that also experience similar things, because a lot of people don't know, planes also landed in Nova Scotia as well, and people here were taking care of people the same way they were in Gander. So you can feel that energy coming back at you from the audience. And also we've had a couple people from Newfoundland actually come see the show as well. They're very rowdy. We love having you guys there. It's been super awesome.
Yeah, it is quite emotional when you think about it, and the pride people feel and the connection to this, you know, it is something else. Michelle, you are from here. So to have your career in theater where you grew up, to play this part in such an emotional production, it must be quite amazing.
It's absolutely fantastic. This is actually my second time playing the role and my second time playing it in Nova Scotia, and it's so wonderful to be in a cast predominantly of East Coasters, actually, because the show has so much of that East Coast humor that you can only really get if you've lived here. Like, there are jokes that land in this production that I'm sure have not landed in other parts of the country just because of our sense of humor. And it's just full of this beautiful kindness and generosity that I think is so innate in, us as East Coasters.
Wonderful. And well said, too. You're also in another production happening at Neptune right now. Tell us a bit about that.
I am. I will be in the production of Rent that starts running on July 7th at Neptune. We actually just recently found out our casting, which is really exciting. It'll be the summer run, and it's got a lot of really, really great people in it as well. So you should check that out. Come see Come From Away, and then immediately after, come see Rent.
So many wonderful things happening at Neptune Theater right now. Michelle, how long does Come From Away run until?
We are running until Sunday, June 21st, and that is our last final extension. So if you don't get a ticket before June 21st, you are out of luck.
Yeah, very well said. And people should go see it. I hear it's absolutely amazing. Myself included. I need to go watch it too. Okay, before we go, how is the hot tub?
Oh, the hot tub is fantastic. It's so deep and comfortable. I love it.
Great, you too. Yeah.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? It's a little weird being in here in a shirt, but I'm not gonna lie, it is amazing.
Wish you had one at home. Well, you
Yes, I do.
could. CTV and Arctic Spas want to give you the chance to hop into a hot tub of your very own. One lucky viewer will take home a Yukon hot tub package valued at $31,000, featuring 2 pumps, 40 massage jets, a weather shield cover, a cover lifter, and a Spa Boy saltwater system. To enter, head to ctvatlantic.ca and follow the contest prompts or scan the QR code on your screen right now. It's right there waiting for you. You can enter once per day until Saturday, April 18th. Good luck, everybody. Thank you both so much for joining us today in the hot tub. A pleasure.
Well, thanks for having us.
My pleasure. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm going to stay here for the rest of the day, though. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Kick up and enjoy. All right, and go see Come From Away if you haven't yet. Kaylin, back to you.
Well, I do believe that is the first time that I have seen flannels and Southwesters in a hot tub before. Let's take a look at some footage from earlier today. This is coming in from Fredericton's Odell Park. You can see that the cloud cover in the morning did break to some sunny skies and some warmer temperatures as a result. High temperature around the Fredericton area coming in near 17 degrees today. I'll have more in the forecast after the break.
Welcome back. So happy to have meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell joining us this afternoon. Kaylin, what a day.
It certainly was nice, wasn't it? Of course, sun did break through across parts of the Maritimes for today. We did have some mild to warm temperatures. Not everybody managed to make it up towards the mid to high teens or touch on 20 degrees. It was just a little bit cooler in some locations like Cape Breton, which we're looking at a beautiful drone shot here. And there, they had a lot of high temperatures. They topped out between 5 and 10 degrees. But you can see some blue sky there and, of course, the Marine Atlantic Ferry as well. Let's take a look at what's going on our weather systems map. And barometric pressure is now a little bit higher compared to yesterday. But we have another weather system already on the way in. It's a low pressure system. It's currently positioned over the Great Lakes. It is bringing in some rain to parts of Ontario as well as Quebec. And that weather system is making its way eastward. So the next stop is going to be here in the region. The part of the provinces that's going to be first into the rain is going to be western areas of New Brunswick. That rain will be developing as we move through the mid to late evening hours, and then during the overnight, that wet weather coming into Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia. You can see that rain right now moving up between Montreal and Quebec cities, just crossing in over the St. Lawrence River Valley. Taking a look at our timeline then for cloud cover and precipitation, we'll see the greens fill in here on the map across New Brunswick, coming in towards Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, as we make our way towards midnight. Now, not only will there be some rain around tonight, but some patchy drizzle and fog. It's a pretty fast-moving weather system, so moving into early Wednesday morning, the rain is going to be clearing New Brunswick. There'll likely be some patchy fog and drizzle around, at least to start the day. And as we move through the morning, the rain will be exiting eastern Nova Scotia. And likewise, for Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island and behind the rain, there will likely be some patchy drizzle and showers throughout the day. And the highest chance of some showers will continue to be around Prince Edward Island and eastern areas of Nova Scotia. Cloudier day for tomorrow. Not expecting to see as much sunshine as we had today. And as a result of the cloud cover and the wet weather moving through, temperatures are going to be cooler as well. Taking a look at the winds in the forecast, they're going to be a little bit variable in direction as that low pressure system passes by Nova Scotia. And we can see that the winds by Wednesday afternoon around the Maritimes, kind of out of the northeast for New Brunswick, sustained 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. Then more easterly for Prince Edward Island, eastern areas of Nova Scotia. And then once again, northeast and for central areas of Nova Scotia and out of the north in the southwest of the province. Taking a look at temperatures in the forecast for tonight, most of the low temperatures won't be much cooler than around, say, the mid-single digits. There will be an exception to that. Right up in the north of New Brunswick, by the start of the day for tomorrow, some of the low temperatures could get down pretty close to the freezing mark. There is a low risk of a little bit of patchy freezing rain overnight for that part of the Maritimes. Not expecting a lot of it, but because those temperatures are headed down towards the freezing mark, there is a little bit of a risk there. High temperatures in the forecast for tomorrow with the cloudier conditions will be mostly around the mid to high single digits in the region. It'll be a little bit milder than that still for parts of the west of Nova Scotia. We're in the Annapolis Valley. Some high temperatures are likely to be near 10 degrees. 13 in the forecast for Yarmouth, a little bit milder as well around the southwestern corner of New Brunswick, where some high temperatures could be between 8 and 12. In the forecast for Thursday, more April showers. During the day, it'll be pretty cloudy, and there is likely to be some scattered showers, and showers becoming more widespread for the Maritimes as we move through Thursday night and into Friday. All right, let's take a look at a weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from 9-year-old Angela Sampson from Pictou County, Nova Scotia. Angela has sent us a painting of a sunset over the ocean at Stanhope, Prince Edward Island, where they go camping every summer. What a beautiful place to go camping. And thank you, Angela, for this beautiful drawing. Weather watchers can come in anytime to CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Suzette.
Thank you so much, Kaylin. Well, basketball dreams are being made a little more attainable for some university players around here. Now there's a way for AUS players to gain professional experience while supporting their academic goals. CTV's Brianne Foley shows us how it all works.
Double clutch off the backboard with no angle.
DJ Jackson is no stranger to the spotlight. The reigning AUS men's basketball MVP will be playing his second season in the Canadian Elite Basketball League this summer.
I feel like it's a great experience being in that pro environment, like I said. So just going to my senior year, just continue to be confident, because obviously the goal is to get a white hat AUS championship, which I need.
Playing in a pro league through the summer allows him to grow his game, but also continue his education at St. FX and elevate basketball in the East.
I feel like AUS is the best conference in Canada, so I feel like if we got great players here, it just shows that it's not just the OUA or out West, but I feel like here out East, there's high-level competition.
For the student athletes, it's really exciting. It's an opportunity for them to extend their seasons and get to play at a professional level.
And for the younger players,
you have to see it to be it. You have to see it happen. And so when we have hockey players that are from here that made the NHL, then young kids can look up and do that. I think when we see female players and they now can see the PWHL and say we can do that, I think that's the same with basketball players.
Something the NBA's Dylan Brooks highlighted too.
Really respect Dylan Brooks for making that connection. We know he's from here, but he told the whole world he's from here. And so that makes a kid from East Preston or a kid from Halifax or North Preston look and go, wow, we could do that.
Seeing Dylan Brooks doing what he's doing to the NBA, it just shows the sky's the limit.
There were 5 players from AUS that were signed to 1-year developmental contracts with the CEBL on Wednesday, of 20 U Sport players.
Play in front of thousands of people at a very high level with other professional athletes, and they bring, they improve over the summer, and they bring all those talents back to the AUS and to the U Sport system as a whole.
Confident, grateful that I get to play summer basketball and go back for a great fun season. So it just shows that the future's bright.
Brianne Foley, CTV News, Halifax.
Thank you, Brianne. All right, stay with us. Coming up, we're up close and personal with a piece of Canadian history.
Whether or not everyone has a car story, this is a car with a story to tell, and it's important that that story gets told.
Remembering Terry Fox with the vehicle that followed him across Eastern Canada 46 years ago. That story's next. We'll be right back. Welcome back. An iconic piece of Canadian automotive history is now on display in Halifax. The Ford Ecoline van served as Terry Fox's shelter and support during his Marathon of Hope in 1980. CTV's Mike Lamb shows us the Van of Hope.
We're at Steel Wheels Motor Museum in Bayers Lake, Halifax. Behind me is the 1980 Ford Econoline 250 that followed Terry Fox on his Marathon of Hope in 1980. It followed him from St. John's, Newfoundland to Thunder Bay, and during the entire trek, which was 5,373 kilometers, it served as the home, the office, and the sanctuary for Terry, his friend Doug, and his brother Daryl Fox as well. When Terry became ill, he did go back to Ford. Years later, after serving as a touring vehicle for a heavy metal band, it was acquired again by the Fox family and restored by Ford. Very little, if anything, had changed on the inside of the vehicle. And aside from the bunks not being in there now, everything else is exactly as it was in 1980. I began speaking with the Terry Fox Center, and we began discussing how we could share Terry's story with the new generation in a way that ensured that Terry's legacy would continue. Having the opportunity to have the Van of Hope here at Steel Wheels has been a very moving and humbling experience for many of us. We're all touched by cancer. I was 5 years old when Terry began his marathon. Within just a couple of years of when Terry's marathon was forced to stop, I myself was diagnosed. I had a tumor in my arm. Though I was very lucky, I think honestly this van reminds me of that and slowed me down, took me back to what's most important. It's so important that the generation today doesn't just learn who Terry is or what he did, but why he did what he did and why it's important that we keep doing it. This is a car with a story to tell, and it's important that that story gets told.
And Kaylin, if you're interested in seeing the van, it will be on display at Steel Wheels Motor Museum in Bayers Lake in Halifax. The museum opens for regular hours tomorrow, Wednesday, where you can see the vehicle for yourself. Very, very neat and nice to have it here.
Doesn't get any more Canadiana than that, for sure. Coming up, CTV News at 6, April rain and showers in some of the days ahead of us, and I'll have more in the extended forecast about half an hour or so.
Thank you so much, Kaylin. A pleasure to be here today and to be with you. Your national news is coming up next.